media is latching on to images of this week's Border Patrol agents riding horseback around Haitian migrants. And I say that because they didn't do what's being alleged. Some of the images in particular led to claims that agents were whipping the migrants. So, joining us now to discuss, Patrick Dorinson, who happens to be a real-life common sense cowboy, and he's a regular commentator, as you guys know here. And Ellis Hennigan is a columnist for Dow Jones Market Watch and the author, a New York Times best-selling author. So, good morning to both of you. Ellis, I'll go to you first on this. What was your thought on these images? And now that you've seen there's been some corrections from some publications, what do you say?
You know, I've heard these tortured defenses and claims. I'm going to believe my eyes, having looked at those videos and the looks of terror on the faces of those Haitian refugees as the horses were charging at them and the riders were swinging their reins in ways that certainly looked like whips. Horrible images. These are refugees, unarmed people, desperately seeking help in America. Carl, I know people
illegally crossing into our border. Mind you, just wanted to correct you.
People have different views about immigration. As a Christian, I believe that we have some responsibility to treat these people decently.
Right. Patrick?
This, Ellis, is not whipping, okay? That's what you do when you're trying to keep somebody away from your horse because they're trying to grab the reins. And I've heard testimony from Border Patrol agents that they were trying to grab the bits and they were trying to grab the reins. And they weren't charging into them like a bunch of Cossacks that you all think they were. That's a bunch of nonsense, absolute nonsense. These people are breaking the law. Those are Border Patrol. That's their job, to protect the border. And all this East Coast nonsense by a bunch of people that never been near a horse is ridiculous. These guys are brave Americans. They're doing their job. And for the President of the United States to say he's going to punish them is absolutely ridiculous and outrageous.
Yeah. So, you know, Ellis, they had a photographer who took these pictures. He said this: "I've never seen them whip anyone. He was swinging it, but it can be misconstrued when you're looking at the picture." What do you say, Ellis?
We expect our law enforcement officers, which is a very, very difficult and challenging job, to perform in a professional, responsible, and humane way. It's very difficult, but they have to be held to high standards. Their Secretary Mayorkas, has now thankfully removed horses from this duty, and we're perhaps going to get a little closer back to treating these people humanely and allowing the law to play itself out.
You know, I'd be curious, Patrick, what would happen if you guys were both tasked with defending a line? You're a ranking CBP officer who's told, you know what, they're coming across this line, you need to stop them right here. How do you respond, Patrick?
Well, if I was on horseback, I'd do exactly what those guys were doing. I'd push them back, just like you'd have in a city where you're using horses to try and push back and control a mob. Look, this is ridiculous because what it has done, it has allowed the Biden administration and our border czar, Kamala Harris, to completely disregard what's going on there and claim racism and claim all this other stuff to try and deflect from their absolute abject failure. That's what's happening here. And the President of the United States, whenever they wake him up, he probably saw some pictures, and then he heard that Al Sharpton was complaining, and he said he better say something. This is nonsense. And if these guys get punished, I hope every Border Patrol agent quits and lets the Biden administration send Kamala down there with the horse and see what she can do.
Right, exactly. Everybody's got a better plan. They used horses on the Portland riots. They've used them right here in Manhattan to do the same thing with the exact same trained level of force. Patrick Dorinson, Ellis Hennigan, appreciate you joining us.
Hey, I'm Rob Finnerty. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please join the conversation in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, too. Hit the bell icon to be alerted to breaking news. And remember, there's a whole lot more on Newsmax TV, America's fastest growing cable news network. Newsmax TV, we're real news for real people.